Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Working on this again. Got this piece of square tube. I'm about to make a shock mount. I'm going to make a U shape. I'm going to attach it here, run it up and over. That way I can run the shock down from here, down here, and there'll be a bar going across here that the shock will mount to. So I'm about to fab that up real quick after cutting the pieces. I'll show you guys what it's going to look like laid out probably. Here's my 3 pieces. These won't actually lay like that. They'll be like that. They'll be at an angle, mounted down here, going up and across and down. So just tack welded in a few spots. I'm about to pull the tire off, the engine off. Here's the swing arm. Just finished welding it up. It's a bit hot, so I'm going to let it sit for a minute. Bolt it back on. I still haven't made a hardware run yet, so still no chain. I might have some floating around. Just got to dig through my boxes. So I might do that while this cools off. And then, so I don't have a shock long enough, guys. So I have to make this little extension piece. I just have this nut holding in place for now. I'm about to pull out the welder, tack weld it in place. And then that'll work for now as my shock. Then I just gotta run chain, gas tank, and kill switch, I think. So getting near the end. Alright, so tires bolted on, spacer there, bearing there, and I'm about to try to put the chain on, get the engine all lined up, make sure that sprocket and the clutch line up, and then bolt the engine down and set up a throttle and gas tank, I think. Alright, so I took the stock throttle cable, cut the end off because I have these little pieces to hold it in place, and just ran it through that arm. This does have a governor delete on this engine, so it should rev, but everything's working like it should. Chain is on. I'm gonna have a problem right in here because I need to get a little bit longer chain. That way I can run a chain tensioner or chain guide. So I need to take a couple links out of that, or find a couple links to throw in here. So I'm gonna do that real quick, find me some extra links and add on. And then alright, so I'm about to make this here piece of bed frame angle iron I had laying around into my chain tensioner. I'm going to start by cutting this in half and then drilling a couple holes in here. Maybe slot the one. So let's get. Alright, so there's 2 of the pieces I'm going to use. I drilled 3 holes in the one. I might end up slotting this area between them 2 holes, not sure. So I'm about to weld. Alright, don't mind the weld, but there's my tensioner. I'm using 1 bolt with 2 nuts. I have 2 fender washers. Oop, not even focused on it. I have 2 bearings under the chain. I'm going to change out this 2 bearing setup for a skateboard wheel once I get one, or some kind of like belt pulley or something like that. But I'm going to switch out that idler wheel basically for something different. But that's my tensioner. Pull it up, push it down. A little bit of slack, perfect. So I can either tighten it up really tight where it won't move, or I can put a spring from here up to here or something where it has tension always pulling up on it no matter what. So I need to cut this spacer down right here so I can slide my rim over to the left side a little bit more. That way my chain's perfectly aligned. I'm going to do that off camera. I have the seat bolted down. So that's just temporary so I can put a gas tank in. I'm thinking about putting a temporary tank in here, running it down, and see if I can test ride it. I need to bleed out the front brakes and gas tank, I think. I have front brakes now. So just bled those out. Took me less than 5 minutes. I can't tell with the lighting, but there's brake fluid down there dripping. But they work really well now. So, alright, here it is. Got it all finished up. Temporary tank duct taped on. Chain tensioner. We're gonna test it out before we paint it. So oop. Never had this engine fired up. Sorry about the angle, guys. My GoPro's dead. And we threw the chain. Not surprised. I need to set up a kill switch. The tensioner over, don't know how well you guys can see that. And I got a clutch now. Let's go for a ride. Let's see how far we make it this time. I don't know how accurate the speedometer is, but it said 40. I need to replace the rear sprocket. The teeth are worn on it bad. Might have some chain slippage, not sure. Chain went. lost the whole rear tire. And the chain. That was pretty interesting, guys. Turn the camera off and get this back home. Alright guys, got it back in the garage. I was only a few blocks from home, but I need to get a master link because that broke and is gone. And then I need to figure out how to keep that back tire on so that doesn't happen again, because the back tire fell off at about 30 miles an hour. So have some parts to find, but other than the tire falling off, I think that's pretty fun, pretty awesome. So some more work to come, getting it all buttoned up and finished up. So I'll catch y'all on the next one. Hit the like, subscribe, and have a good night.